My name is Mike Prendergast, and today we're going to be cooking my favorite dish. The dish is a chicken Statler breast stuffed with goat cheese and herbs, with roasted fingerling potatoes, roasted beets, and sautéed Brussels sprouts with bacon. And we're going to do a sauce that is a lemongrass and herb beurre blanc. So I'm going to take the Brussels sprouts, I'm going to cut off the ends. I'm going to peel off these little extra leaves here and we get into the core. Cut them right in half. So these here are striped red beets. So now I'm deboning the chicken. I bought a whole chicken. So now for a Statler, you're just going to go right down the center back. Here's the wishbone. Find your joint, push right down on it and crack right in half for you. And this would be a Statler chicken breast. So now I've cut down the Statlers. I have two big Statlers right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stuff this one. What you do is you take a paring knife or a boning knife, make an incision right around where the knuckle is. The knuckle's right here. As you can see when I push in, it moves that little knuckle. And then you just cut it in. What I do is I take the whole blade, and then now I just slowly work it around. You don't want to cut an actual hole in it too big, so what you're doing is slowly working it around. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the stuffing for the Statler chicken breast. Right now I have 2 6-ounce logs of goat cheese, soft ripened, so they're a little soft. I've left them out so they can get to room temperature. It's a little easier to work with. So what I'm going to do is just take this, crumple it up a little bit, crumple up the other one, take a little bit of these fresh herbs, the sage, rosemary, and thyme. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of that into it. I also have some fresh chopped garlic. I'm going to do about a teaspoon. It's a tablespoon of the herbs as well. Shallots are also going to be about a teaspoon. Put that right in there. And I'm using lemongrass for a flavoring, just so I can get some citrus flavor in there. I also have lemons and limes too for later. So I'm just going to take about a tablespoon of this, mix that right into it. And then now, some fresh cracked pepper. About a half a teaspoon would be enough pepper for this. So now that I've incorporated this herbs and this other seasonings into the goat cheese, I'm going to take the goat cheese, I'm going to roll it up a little bit. And then what I do is I come over to the Statler, and there's your hole. You take this, slowly start siphoning it into it. If you have a pastry bag, this does work a lot easier with a pastry bag. So we're going to take the Statler, and now we're going to wrap it with some butcher twine so it helps keep the stuffing inside. I made a little loop at the end. I'm going to take this right down underneath it, right down to where the knuckle is, the stuffing. Be careful that you don't pull too much of your skin back with it. Now what I'm going to do is take this, go right through the loop, pull it right around. Now you just spin it, basically making knots into it, and then you follow this the whole way down your Statler breast to the tail. So what we're doing here is now seasoning. You've got the twine on, that's all ready. You pull up some of your skin towards the front to help it seal itself. Now what I do is I take these herbs, I open my little skin cavities here, put a little bit, brush it in, down to your other section. Force that right in there. That way the herbs don't come off when you're sauteing it later. Okay, so now what I've done is I have a pot of boiling water on for the Brussels sprouts. I'm going to blanch these. I also have taken some fingerlings that are an assortment of colors. I got the regular fingerling, we've got the blue fingerling, and then we have the new potato, which is the red. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some herbs, sprinkle that right over top. It's about a tablespoon. Take some garlic, which is also about a tablespoon. Put that right in there. And then I'm going to take some fresh cracked pepper. That right there. And then a little olive oil, which will be about a tablespoon as well. Just needs to coat. Alright, this pan is nice and hot. You can feel the heat coming right off of it. So now I'm just going to take my Statler. You're going to go with skin side down first, which will be the side that I'm going to display later. You want to try and make sure that you get the oil so it doesn't stick right to it. Just going to kind of move it around a little bit. And now let it sit. After I'm done finished sauteing this, I'm going to stick this into the oven at 400 degrees for about 25 minutes or so. So what I've done is I've arranged my fingerling potatoes. I've thrown a couple of the beets in here. Now I have my sauteed greens and Brussels sprouts. I'm going to take a little spoonage of that. Plop that right on the top there. This is Statler breast. I removed the knuckle part, move that to the back, and I'll start fanning it out here. I'm not going to use the whole breast because it's a pretty big piece. So I've got my 4 pieces. I'm going to take my nice Statler breast leg, plop it right on top of there. And then I'm going to come over, I'm going to grab my sauce, give it a little stir again. Use a whisk to reincorporate it. If it starts to break a little bit, it will come back together. And now I'm going to take my sauce. Go right over the top. I put a little bit down on the front, a little around the side, and voila! Dinner is served, my friend.